Hello everybody, it's Elena, and in today's video we are building a pretty large family house in the new world of Copperdale that we got with the high school years expansion pack just like a few weeks ago by now, I think. But yeah, we are building it on a 20 by 30 lot in the, I guess, foresty-ish part of the world. I don't remember what it's called, or I don't know what it's called because I'm dumb and stupid and I didn't check. So yeah, I don't know, but the foresty part with the pier, you know the one I'm talking about, right? Yeah, but it's for a family of like 5 Sims, and I had a great time building it. I didn't really know what I wanted to build when I was, heading into my game to build this house. I just was really in the mood to build something, and I was just scrolling through Pinterest and scrolling through Google images and whatnot, but I couldn't really find anything that I felt inspired by. And then I just sort of started building, I guess. And this is what I ended up with. So it's a pretty dark-ish house, and it has a lot of brown colors and black on the outside, I guess, and then some white accents, I suppose. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's a pretty fancy house, and I definitely feel like the people that live here are pretty well off. And I didn't really think too much about the Sims and their backstory and whatnot, but I was thinking that these people probably used to live in the city, but then the parents really wanted to get closer to nature and they wanted to get away from the city. And I was thinking that maybe one of the parents, they work a pretty, I guess, demanding job, and they have to work a lot of hours and whatnot, but they made a little deal with their boss, and they decided that they were able to just work from home most of the time and do all of their stuff from home, and then maybe once a week or something they go into the city and into the office and actually is there in person. And that's just kind of how they make it work, I guess. So I did give them a pretty nice home office in this house. And I mean, it's kind of odd because the living room and office are connected, and there's not a door or a wall between the two, so it's just kind of open, but it is a little bit closed off. But I mean, obviously you will be able to hear what's going on in the living room and see what's going on. So I feel for some it might be a little bit distracting to have to work without being able to close the door to the rest of the house, but I think that the person who uses the home office just really likes to be able to be a part of the family life as well as doing their job at the same time. So it's pretty good for them. But if you don't like that it's open the way that I did it, you can obviously just put a wall and a door and then it's closed off, so it's pretty easy to fix. But I just liked the vibes of the house not being super closed off, and I felt I wanted to give this house a little bit more of an open floor plan. Not that it's super open floor plan, but I didn't want to close it off completely. So there's a open home office, I guess. And then I'm guessing that the other parent probably worked as a teacher in the city, and then they also got a teaching job at the high school in Copperdale, so they work at the school. And that was not super difficult for them to find a new job, I guess, because perhaps they were hiring and they were just the right fit. So they were able to find a good job in this new city, and it all just worked out perfectly for them in the end. Yeah, I don't know, that's a pretty weak story, but that was just what I had in mind. They're just someone who worked from home and someone who's a teacher, and then they live here in the woodsy part of Copperdale, and they love their life. And they have 3 kids because 5 Sims in total. And I decorated one of the bedrooms for a teenager, and then one for a child, and one for a toddler, so one for each life stage, because up until now I've only decorated, I think, teen rooms in this new world of Copperdale, and obviously adult bedrooms too, but I hadn't decorated any toddler bedrooms or children's bedrooms. So I really wanted to do that because I was really missing it, especially children's bedrooms. So I wanted to do one in this house, and I just decided to do everything, or do all of the kids' bedroom types, I guess. And the teenager has the biggest room in the house, and it's really nice because there's also this cute little canopy, I think it's called, and it's just like a really nice area. So I really like their bedroom. It's very colorful and like bright, and I really like it. And I would say that all of the kids' bedrooms show the children's personalities. Not that I really like thought a lot about their personalities, but they like show what they like. And the teenager's bedroom is very colorful and bright, and I don't know, I feel like that teen just really likes colorful things, and you know, they got to decorate it themselves, and they got to pick out what they wanted to have in their bedroom. And then the kids' bedroom is also like kind of, you know, personalized in that way. The toddler's bedroom is not that personalized because, you know, they're a toddler, but it's kind of cute in my opinion. But yeah, the like first floor is kind of like show homey in a way. Like it's very neat and tidy, and there's not like a lot of clutter or personal things lying around, because I just feel like these parents are very, very neat people, and when they have guests over, they want the guests to feel like they've got it all together and they aren't like super messy and whatnot. But then like in the kids' bedrooms, they get to, you know, just have whatever they want and make as big of a mess as they want to and whatnot, so they're not like controlling that too much, but they don't want like the common areas in this house to look too messy, and they want it to look very nice for people who might be coming over and whatnot, also just like for themselves, because I know that a lot of people like clean homes, and so do I. I don't really like messy houses and whatnot, so I like to keep my living space clean, and I guess I'm kind of like these parents. I don't know. Anyway, though, it's very show homey and not like super cluttered and personalized on this first floor is what I'm trying to say. But I kind of like dumb thing that I did is that on the first floor there's like a huge, well, huge is a big word, but a pretty large bathroom, and it also has like a little laundry room section to it, I guess. And I showed me decorating it in the video because I like to normally like show one bathroom in my videos, like the most interesting one, and then the more like boring ones I don't show, because I don't really see a point in doing that, because bathrooms are not super interesting. So I just like show either one or none if none of them are super interesting. So yeah, in this house I showed me creating that like bigger one, and I thought it turned out really, really nice. And I was kind of like thinking that I maybe had forgotten something when I finished it up, but then I just thought, no, I probably didn't, like I'm just overthinking it, you know? So I moved on to furnishing the living room, and then onto the home office. And the home office was kind of like an odd shape, so I decided to like cut some of it off because there's like this sort of weird square, and it was just kind of like a little bit awkward. So I figured that I would put a little half bathroom in there, because this house only had 2 full bathrooms, so I figured that another, you know, toilet would not hurt in this home. So I just like drew a wall, did a little bathroom right there, and then I like used the eyedropper tool to like copy over some of the items from the bigger bathroom on that same floor, and I copied over the sink, and then I went over to copy the toilet, but then I realized that I did in fact not put a toilet. So I had to kind of like change some things around in that big bathroom so I could make room for a toilet, because my stupid idiot self did not put one of those. But yeah, I fixed it, so I guess it all worked out fine in the end, and now the first floor has 2 toilets instead of none, so that's pretty good, I guess. But yeah, that was really, really silly of me, and I feel kind of embarrassed, but I guess it was just fate, and I was destined to want to put the little half bathroom right there, because that would make me realize that I did not in fact put a toilet in the other bathroom on that floor. So I had to do the little half bathroom, and I had to use the little eyedropper tool to realize it. Yeah, I don't know. That's really stupid, but perhaps it's true. But this right here is obviously the bathroom that currently does not have a toilet. However, in the end, it will have one, so don't worry about it, it's fine. But yeah, I know for a fact I would have not noticed anything when I was like taking the screenshots, or I don't know, playtesting it even. I would have not noticed that it didn't have a toilet, so I guess it was really, really good that I put the little half bathroom, because that made me realize that I was an idiot, but also it makes me a little bit concerned that I forget stupid things like that all the time and I just don't notice it, but I don't know. I hope I don't. Ooh. Anyway, I don't really have anything else that I need to share about this house, so I guess I'm gonna move on to talking about other stuff. And I kind of want to tell you guys a story today in this video, because it's been a long time since I've done that, and telling stories just like from my real life and whatnot is my favorite thing to do in videos. I really just like to talk about myself, honestly. I am in fact my own favorite topic. So I really just want to tell you guys a story today because it's been a while and it's kind of funny. It's nothing special, but I do think it's funny. Okay, so anyway, I don't think I've ever said this on my channel before, but I work as a cleaner, and so I clean for this elderly woman, and she has 2 cats. Sometimes I also cat sit for her, so these 2 cats and I, we are like besties, you know, and especially one of them, him and I, we are just the best of friends ever. And whenever I clean for her, when I'm like done mopping the floors and I go to the sink in the laundry room to, you know, pour out the dirty water, he likes to look at me while I do that, and we kind of like do it together every time. So he sits on the like little counter in the laundry room while I pour out the dirty water, and he looks at it and he's very, very intrigued by it. I don't really know why he's so interested, but he really likes it and he really likes me. We're best friends and he follows me everywhere I go when I'm in that house. So I think he's really, really cute. He's so friendly and so nice. And then the other day when I was cleaning at her house, she and her son were home, and the woman that I clean for, she's Norwegian, and she speaks well, she thinks that she speaks Danish, but it's definitely Norwegian. Like, I don't even know how she thinks that she speaks Danish when it's Norwegian. And I know that a lot of you guys think that Norwegian, Swedish, and Danish are like the same thing basically, but it's not the same thing, and they're very different, and sometimes it's very, very difficult to understand what Norwegian people are saying. At least it is for me as a Danish person. So I have a hard time understanding her sometimes, and I don't think she really realizes that she speaks with a very, very thick accent and that many of her words are not Danish, they are Norwegian, even though she has like lived here for 50 years or something. But yeah, I don't know how it works, but she just like speaks with a very, very thick accent, and I don't understand what she's saying a lot of the time. And the other day when I was cleaning for her, she was talking to her son in the backyard, and at one point they started yelling, and I got really concerned. Like, I was just like upstairs mopping the floors, but I got kind of like concerned because I didn't know what was going on and I couldn't understand what she was saying, obviously, but I did hear that her son was like saying like, calm down, it's not that big a deal, and just like, I guess, I don't know, saying some stuff. I don't remember. But he was like talking a little bit. She was yelling a lot, you know. And I just like figured that I would pretend I did not hear anything, because their arguments, if it was an argument, would not be any of my business. So if they were to like ask me if I heard them yelling, I would just be like, no, I didn't hear anything, you know, because I didn't want to like overstep boundaries or anything like that. So I felt very, very awkward in that situation, but I was just like, okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear anything, and I'm just gonna forget that it happened, you know. But I just like finished mopping the floors, and then I went downstairs to mop the floors, you know, on the first floor. And at this point she was sitting inside on the couch, and she like asked me if I heard anything, and I was like, what? No, I didn't hear anything, you know. But then she said, that was my wrist, by the way, it just cracked. But then she said that the cat, the very, very cute cat, you know, my best friend, he had like killed a bird and brought it inside. And I was like, what? And it was like so crazy, because like he's an indoor cat, so I don't think they go outside ever, but I think he had like somehow managed to get outside while they were, you know, in the backyard. I don't really know how this worked. I was upstairs, I didn't see anything. But then he went over to the hedge, and he had apparently like gotten a bird and ran inside with it, and then her son was running after him, and he ran downstairs in the basement, and like feathers were just like flying around the house apparently. And then when the son got down to the basement to the cat, the bird was already dead, and then he just like, I'm guessing just like put it in the trash can or something. But that was what she was yelling about, and that was my wrist again, I'm so sorry. They keep cracking because I'm like talking with my hands. Anyway, whatever. So yeah, she was yelling about that, and obviously like she was just yelling because she was surprised, I'm guessing, and shocked. But yeah, so he killed a little bird, and then like 5 minutes later when I came downstairs again, and before she had like told me about this situation, I was just petting the cat and just talking to him, and he was looking so cute and so innocent. And then she told me that he literally just like murdered somebody. Like, what? And that was crazy to me, and that just like really reminded me that pets are not just little cute plushies that walk around your house. Like, they are animals with instincts, and they are not always that peaceful, you know. So that was a little bit of a shock. I've never had a cat, so I've never had to deal with that sort of stuff. I have a dog, and she's like the most boring and peaceful little thing ever. Sometimes she like barks at people, obviously, and she doesn't really like birds either. She barks at them too, but she doesn't kill anything. Like she has tried to, you know, snap after flies and stuff, but then like when they get too close, she gets scared of them. So she's not like murderous by any means, but this cat just like killed a bird and then acted like nothing happened. Like that was crazy to me. And he was just so cute and innocent. Oh man, that was a little bit of a shock to me, but I still really want to have cats at some point. I just don't really know if I can deal with that, but I think like that doesn't happen at her house very often because they are indoor cats, so they don't really go outside ever. I don't think so, you know, they don't really get to kill animals ever, but that was just a little bit of a weird thing that happened to me and I was very shocked. I mean, I guess it's not that weird because it's just like what cats do, but it was really, really weird and disturbing to me. But I guess if you are like a cat owner, you're probably like, Helena, that's not weird at all. It happens every week at my house, but it's weird to me, okay? But if you are a cat owner, please do let me know if your cat kills animals very often, and let me know how often and the weirdest thing that they've brought to you and killed and whatnot, because I would like to know. And if you have any like weird stories about disturbing things that your pets have done, please leave them in the comments too, because I'm very intrigued now. I guess the most like disturbing thing that Minnie does, my dog, is that she really likes to lick up our blood, which is weird to me. It's not super disturbing, it's kind of like normal because obviously it doesn't really connect in her brain that it's our blood and she's like eating something that's from our body, you know. But like I used to get really, really severe nosebleeds, so like out of like nothing, basically my nose would just like start bleeding really, really badly, and I would just, you know, hold up my hand to my nose and then try to stop the bleeding that way while I ran out to the bathroom. But then like on my way I would drop some blood on the floor because I was bleeding a lot and my hand couldn't just like get all of the blood, you know. So I would drip on the floors and then Minnie would just like come and lick it up and she would really like love it, and it was so disturbing to me because like, stop drinking my blood, it's weird, it's from my body, like I hate it. And I feel like if I were to just like be lying dead on the floors right now and somebody had like cut me open or something, she would definitely just eat me. Like I definitely feel like there's no way she would not be eating me right now, because she would not really like think of the cut open body on the floor as like me, her friend, her human, like a part of her family. I don't think she would, at least. So that's just like really disturbing and I don't like the thought of that. But I think if she just like saw me on the floors, if I wasn't like cut open, I guess she wouldn't try to eat me, because I don't think it would really like occur to her that I was meat and food. But I don't really know how it works in dogs and in cats and pets in general, but I don't know, it just really disturbs me when she drinks my blood because it's my blood. But yeah, I love Minnie so much and she's my best friend ever. She's actually going to be 12 in a few days, which is crazy to me, and I hate that she's getting older. In my head, she is 3 years old, and if you try to tell me in the comments that she's about to be 12, I will block you, because that's not true. She's 3 years old and she's going to be 3 forever. So yay, my dog is not a senior dog, she's a baby basically, and she's never gonna get older. So that's cool. And also I'm gonna be dog sitting next week and I'm very, very excited. So I'm gonna get a little extra dog and I can't wait for that. So that's gonna be really fun, I think. And I've never had like more than one dog. I've only had Minnie. She's the only pet I've ever had. So I'm really excited to try to have an extra one. I think it's gonna be very fun. But I don't really know how Minnie is gonna react to having another dog in the house, because she has never, you know, tried that. And she's a very, very jealous dog, so I don't really know how she's gonna react, but I hope it's gonna be okay, and I hope she'll be okay with it, and we'll just like make sure to give her a lot of attention and make sure she doesn't feel like she's being replaced or something like that, you know. So I hope it's gonna be fine, and I think it's gonna be okay, but I am a little bit nervous, but also very, very excited and happy that I'm gonna be dog sitting. And I love that little dog, he's very cute. I've only met him one time before though, so yeah, anyway, whatever, I'm excited. But this right here is the teenager's bedroom, and I really like it. It's the last thing that we're doing in this house. We've already done all of the other bedrooms and whatnot. I was just busy talking about other stuff, you know? But yeah, I really like the way that it ended up looking, although I was really struggling with it and I didn't really know which direction I wanted to take it in. So I tried out a lot of different like things and themes for it, but in the end I do really like the way that it ended up looking. It's very colorful and bright and fun, but it's very big. Like, it's the biggest bedroom in the house, and it's like, I don't know, nearly twice the size of the other kids' bedrooms. So I feel like the other kids might be a little bit jealous, especially when the kid turns into a teenager. They're probably going to be very jealous that the other teenager has a far bigger bedroom. I don't know though. I remember when I lived in my last bedroom, I was really jealous of my brother because he had a bedroom that was more than twice the size of mine. But now I have his bedroom, so it's very big, and it's actually the biggest bedroom in the house too. I know, cool. It's because it actually used to be two separate bedrooms, but then my parents knocked down the wall in between the two. So I've got two doors leading into it from the hallway, which is a little bit odd, but it's cool. I like it. It's pretty fun. I love my bedroom so much. It's very like my style, I guess. But yeah, anyway, enough about that. This video is about to come to an end, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please do give it a little thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already and you enjoy my content. I would really appreciate it, but you know, you don't have to. And you will be able to download this house on my gallery page. My ID is just LacyLena, exactly like my YouTube channel. But yeah, besides all of that, I hope you're having an amazing day, and then I cannot wait to see you all in my next video that I will be posting in just a few days. So bye everybody.